Hi, thanks for tuning in today. Here's my weekly Substack article, and this one is called The Word That Tanks Rooms in 3 Seconds, plus my 2026 event gamble. I love how Jenny Blake calls writing a book serendipity popcorn. You write it and release it to the world, and it pops somewhere with someone at a time you didn't plan. This week, my book, The 2-Hour Workshop Blueprint, has been popping like a bag on high heat. I shared the blueprint with a healthcare client based in New York at 3 a.m. Thank you, Zoom. Liz, a surgeon turned speaker, recently showed her post-workshop buzz on LinkedIn and how the book helped her design her first workshop, which was Breast Cancer 101. And I was invited to crowdsource and design a workshop live with the Project Management Institute Queensland group. And in 45 minutes, we co-created a session called From Engineer to Engager. That's the quiet superpower of creating assets. Your work shows up when you can't. A book, a podcast, a recorded talk. These things go places you don't, meet people you haven't, and get invited into rooms you didn't even know existed. It's omnipresence without the burnout. And look, if I were writing a version 2 of the book today, I'd add 2 fresh pages. 1, never say icebreaker. File this under words that tank a room in under 3 seconds. The moment you say icebreaker, everyone's shoulders rise, people brace for gimmicks. You can practically hear the collective internal, oh no, not this. Gosh, even I would groan. Don't announce what you're doing. Just do it. Run your opener invisibly like a great referee. The best referees are the ones you barely notice. They keep the flow going and maintain energy without drawing attention to their role. That's exactly what you want. You're not there to perform some elaborate ritual that screams workshop time. The moment you say icebreaker, you've blown the whistle unnecessarily. Don't call it anything at all. Just lead into it as if it's the most natural thing in the world. I'd love you to turn to the person next to you and share. 2, I'd also add a page on how to bring a group back together. A reader wrote to me this week, how do I bring people back when they can't hear me because they're so into the discussion? Firstly, congratulations. You did your job so well that time ceased to exist. Then, when you do need to land the plane, here are some ideas. 1, a Tibetan bell. A crisp ting slices through chatter better than a shout out ever will. You can also pre-frame the regather. For example, I'll ring the bell once, you'll have 30 seconds to wrap and face the front. Here's a video of Michael Bangastania sharing his Tibetan bell during our conversation on the First Time Facilitator podcast. 2, nominate timekeepers. At the start, ask each table to choose a timekeeper. Give explicit clues, i.e. you've got 10 minutes or wrap up by 9:47 a.m. and ask them to self-monitor. 3, a countdown timer on your slide. A silent visual nudge that does all the heavy lifting for you. 4, turn music off. If you've got background music playing while they're working or discussing, just turn it off when it's time to regroup. 5, own the front of the room. Step in, take space, lower your voice, yes, lower, and simply begin. Most people are waiting for permission to stop. You provide it by starting. Oh, and the other day, I actually had a participant who stood up and became the unofficial, let's get back to it announcer, which was great. How do you like to bring large groups of people back together? Let me know in the comments. Events coming up. Brisbane, August 20. Practice work fame with me and the talented members of IABC Queensland. It starts at 5:30 p.m. and there's a link to grab your spot. Or 2, LinkedIn Live, August 15, How to Ignore Feedback with Alan Weiss and me, 7 a.m. Brisbane. We'll show you how to trust your gut and gracefully ignore the noise. Join us live. Now, will ConCon 2026 live or die? You get to decide on August 28. This is the experiment I can't run without you. ConCon, i.e. Leanne Hughes' first ever consulting convention, is either on or off. Here's the setup. 50 people max, Gold Coast, June 18 to 19, 2026. August 28th is when first mover tickets go on sale for 12 hours only. 15 tickets sold means that ConCon is on. If I sell less than 15 tickets, there are instant refunds and the event is shelved. Why so stark? Because this is exactly how I'd coach a client. Set constraints, short window, define success before you sell. Let's see if the popcorn explodes. Watch the short explainer video and join the waitlist to get the 12-hour link on the 28th of August. If you enjoy reading this post, feel free to share it with friends or feel free to click the heart button on this post so more people can discover it on Substack. Leanne, wondering if ConCon 2026 is a goer, Hughes. P.S. ConCon, Gold Coast 18th to 19th June 2026 will only run if 15 tickets sell within 12 hours on the 28th of August. The total event is capped at 50 incredible consultants. Want access to the pre-sale? Get on the list. Thanks for listening and I'll speak to you tomorrow.